Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jai Jai Shri Caitanya Jai Nityananda Jai Advaita Jai Gaura.
So it's very wonderful we've come together on this very auspicious day of Lord Balaram's appearance.
Wow, nice. And
If
today's
you if you look out your window, you might be lucky to see the full moon. It's Purnima because Jayanti's just seeing the full moon outside our window. Very beautiful full moon. So
my place that some people get crazy in the full moon but not
I
look at
know
it because I'm
the
in the caravan park.
police always put more officers out on
Yeah,
full moon usually. People get a bit more
that's right.
crazy. But for
Yeah,
us, the
I
full
know
moon is a
that
wonderful time.
the Elijah,
Yep.
he was a bit of smoker, and
Mm.
he just get mood swing on that day. I remember that. And then I said, what happening to him? Then I look at outside the full moon. I mean,
Mm.
he still smoke.
Yep.
Sometimes he just apologize. I'm doing offense. Am I doing offense? What offense you doing? He doesn't tell. But I think
Yeah.
it's okay. But yeah, it
Yeah.
happened. I was telling my neighbor the caravan park. It's in caravan park. Everybody drinks, and I
Yeah.
just tell everyone there, like why do you drink? Can you after drinking can you make a right decision? Do you have to drink? Things like that. And then some of them, I just tell everyone there, you know, it's just think, what's your purpose? Just sex, drugs, rock and roll, or something
Mm.
else? Think about it. I'm not saying Krishna or nothing. Just think about it. So
Mm.
they're just looking that, okay, who's that person? First thing in the morning, drinking that jeera water and doing the so in the morning I just go to the
Mm.
camp kitchen and
Mm.
I've put the seeds overnight, like a methi seed, jeera seed,
Mm.
ajwain in there. And in the
Very
morning,
good.
just boil it up and drink it there, and sit
Yeah.
down in the feet positions, like the Indian toilet kind of sitting,
Yeah.
and then looking there. What is it doing? I don't care. That's me.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, but then
Nice.
maybe they get inquisitive and ask, "What is it?" Then I tell, "Look, you know what?
You
This
tell
is
them that it's
Yeah.
Indian beer.
Yeah.
no,
And they might start drinking it.
they can if they like to, yeah. But I give it a prashadam to other people as well when I cook
Mm.
that, offer that,
Mm.
Prabhupada, and then tell them to share it. Have a little bit, have a little bit. And they say, no, no, we cook it. Yeah, of course you're cooking yours. Have 1 spoon of mine. So at least I have got some prashadam. Maybe
Yeah.
not tomorrow, 1 year time, they will turn. So
Yes.
give
Nice.
it a spoon to eat everyone there,
Yeah.
whoever around that.
Yeah.
So he said, what is it? I said, well, there's no Indian in Caravan Park. And I cook some curry. So I said, look, you know what? And they call me master chef. I said, no, I'm not a master chef because I'm coriander cutting in there, chop that
Yeah.
ginger, chop that
Yeah.
tomato, hing, and I'll put it in there and the smell going around. So
Yeah.
I just put a 1 spoon each to have a taste. Have a taste for
Oh,
the whole.
nice. That's great.
Have a prashadam. 1 spoon
Yeah.
of prashadam. Hopefully, they will wake up one day.
Mm.
They will come to Krishna conscious.
Mm.
Today is
And
Raksha Bandhan. And is
yes,
there mention of Raksha Bandhan in anywhere in the Bhagavatam or anywhere? Probably not. Krishna and you know, I don't think so. Yeah. Oh, it's frozen again.
Ave Prabhu frozen. Can you hear us, Ave Prabhu? Well, so yeah, that's why my sister.
No, I haven't read about it there. I know it's a very common ritual. Yep. Okay. I can hear you anyway. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah,
Hare Krishna?
yeah. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. Can you hear me? Hare Krishna? Can you
Yes,
hear?
we can hear you.
Okay. That's all right. Hopefully it'll come back. Okay, let's begin anyway. We're depending on Balaram to help this computer to keep working. Okay, we're reading from Sri Caitanya Caritamrita, Madhya-lila, chapter 17, entitled The Lord Travels to Vrindavan. Text 92.
What, 247?
9,
248?
yeah, 92 to 4.
Huh?
Yeah, it would be much further, no?
Oh, sorry. Oh, no. Yeah, I was looking at something else. Sorry. Madhya-lila, chapter 19, the Lord instructs Srila Rupa Goswami. Text number 247. Is that right?
Yeah.
247.
He said, yeah. I can't read it.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
You can hear me. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's read the verse. Tapana Mishra Shuni Asi Prabhure Malila Ishta Goshti Kari Prabhura Nimantrana Kaila.
Tapana Mishra Suni Asi Prabhuve Malila
Goshti
Kari
Kare
Prabhura
Prabhura
Nimatra Kaila.
Tapan Mishra also heard the news of Lord's arrival in Varanasi, and he went to Chandrasekhar's house to meet him. After talking, he invited the Lord to take lunch at his place.
So, yeah, Caitanya Mahaprabhu has been talking with Rupa Goswami for 10 days. So now he's left Rupa Goswami, and Rupa Goswami was devastated with that separation from Lord Chaitanya. But nevertheless, Lord Chaitanya has a duty to do, so that's a very important lesson. We may like something or not like something, but that's actually not very important. What's important is what's our duty, isn't it? Our duties must be carried out. And we might want to hang out together or whatever and just enjoy each other's company or whatever. But if you have some duty, then you just have to say, see you later. I got to do my duty, So, and of course, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's duty was to spread Krishna consciousness. So he had, many purposes he was achieving, different living entities he was meeting and giving them Krishna conscious. He can't just stay with, like, for example, he can't, if he could stay, he could have stayed with his wife and his mother, Sachi, right? But then everyone else, can you please not do that? That's distracting me. Can you, or just do it to the side? And then, but then if he could have enjoyed being with his wife and his mother, but then all the other souls would have missed out, so that's why he's taken sannyas to travel everywhere, inject Krishna consciousness to as many people as possible. And then, like, he spent 10 days with Rupa Goswami, injected Krishna consciousness in him, and then he's going to go off and then inject it everywhere else, to whoever he meets. And that's how it spreads like that. And even though it might be painful, I just want to be with you all the time. But no, you have to go and do your duty like that. So now he's met Chandrasekhar. So, and it was interesting in the last verse we read that Chandrasekhar just got this inspiration in his heart to go outside the city. And actually Lord Chaitanya was coming in. So in the heart, the Lord had inspired him within his heart, just go outside. And this is what happens when you become Krishna conscious, that the Lord will use you more and more as an instrument. The Lord doesn't do this so much if you're not a devotee, but if you're a devotee, then the Lord can inspire you in your heart. And that's Gulshan's favorite verse of the Bhagavad Gita, 10:10, where, if you devote your life to serving him with love, then he gives you the understanding, the intelligence, how you can come to him like that. And I had a wonderful experience when one time I was going door to door distributing books in my brahmachari days, and I got bitten by a dog. And then the devotee came and picked me up within 5 minutes or so of that happening. And I said, why do you come? Because he wasn't supposed to have come for an hour or so. And he said that a voice in my heart just said, go and find a boy. He's in trouble. Go and find a boy. So that's like, that Krishna personally, spoke to that devotee in his heart, to go and find a boy. like that. So in this case, the Lord in the heart of Chandrasekhar said, go outside the city, and then he met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu there. So it's a very special relationship we can have with the Lord. The more we become Krishna conscious, he'll use us as an instrument. And that's what Krishna says in the 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. He's telling Arjuna, you become my instrument. In this case, it was an instrument for what purpose in the Bhagavad Gita? What kind of instrument did Krishna want in the Bhagavad Gita? For what service? For what purpose?
Arjuna to fight.
For killing, for fighting. Yeah, he wanted a fighting instrument, a killing instrument.
Yeah.
And that was in Arjuna. He got that.
He could do it by himself.
Yeah.
And
he says that in that. Yeah.
But he would like Arjuna to do it because he can show that in dharma, that's what your duty is. Means Krishna say, I could do that too, but we have to teach, the right way is that's your duty.
Yeah.
To protect and do fight for the right. That's right, and you have to fight.
So what could be another reason why Krishna might not directly do something himself, but rather he would do it through a devotee? What could be another reason why Krishna might want to do the work through someone else?
So that the credit goes.
Yeah, Jayanti says, so the credit goes. So then the devotee gets the credit. It's actually Krishna's doing it, but through you, then you get the credit. And that's what Krishna says in that verse to Arjuna in the 11th chapter. He said, by my previous arrangement, I've already killed everyone. So it means that was the Lord's plan, that no one's going to go home from the Battle of Kurukshetra. He'd already planned that out. But he said, I want you to be my instrument, then you will get the credit.
Yeah.
So, Krishna could spread Krishna consciousness over the whole world. Or Lord Chaitanya could spread it over the whole world. But he doesn't do that. He'll, like Lord Chaitanya, will spread it through Rupa Goswami, through Sanatana Goswami, through, so many people, or through Prabhupada, through Bhaktisiddhanta, so then they get the credit. If Krishna just does it all himself in his different incarnations, then where's the service for the devotees? But Krishna wants to give service to his devotees, and then they'll become glorified. They'll get the credit for that. So, yeah, Chandrasekhar came out, and then he's invited the Lord to come to his home. And then another devotee, Tapan Mishra, has come to Chandrasekhar's to meet Lord Chaitanya there. So he's another devotee of Lord Chaitanya. So he lives in Varanasi, Tapan Mishra, and he'd previously met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Varanasi when he'd come previously, and he got attracted to the Lord there. And hearing that he'd come back again, he very eagerly has invited the Lord to come and eat at his house. And like I mentioned, this is one of the main ways that a grihasta, a householder, can make spiritual advancement, by inviting, devotees to come to your house and have prasadam. And that way, by serving the devotees, then you get a lot of mercy from Krishna, and also mercy from the devotees, because if the devotees come to your house, they're not just going to eat and then say, see you later. They're going to do some kirtan. They're going to talk about Krishna. If you have questions, they're going to discuss, look at your questions and everything like that, get some answers.
But I just invite everyone, devotee, non-devotee. You are everyone, and everyone, please come and just ruin me. Like, take all my food, eat it, all that. Just take my clothes, take it all.
Yeah. No, you can invite everyone, but I mean, the relationship's going to be a bit different. Like if you invite an advanced devotee, then you'll be asking the questions and they'll be giving the answers and everything. and they'll be giving mercy to you. You'll be giving service to the advanced devotee, and they're going to be reciprocating by giving you mercy. But if you have someone that's less advanced than you, then you'll be giving your mercy to them. You'll be giving your mercy to
Now
them
I know.
in the form of prasadam and so forth. And
Now I know why I was like that. Because I'm a Sardar in a in a temple. Give
Yep.
everyone food. Anyone come in there, please eat.
Yeah.
Prashadam.
Mm.
That my thinking is just like that. That's now I know. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
It's a
something
beautiful culture. I mean, you have coming from a real culture. So,
Gurdwara.
distributing prasadam, feeding people is a very important part of any,
Says
genuine
anyone
culture.
comes here, please come to the Gurdwara, have prashadam.
Mm. Yeah,
That's
it's beautiful culture.
That's why I was raised with that. That's why I was thinking that.
That's very nice.
But this his whole conversation today reminds me of what we were talking about earlier today, when like
Can you hear what Johnny's saying?
We can hear it.
yes, Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Hare
No,
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. No, we were talking about some devotees were getting. So this is all going back in history. These are also Hare Krishna devotees, but some devotees are saying that they are not very nice devotees because they don't allow somebody who's mentally unstable. They don't want them to come, and they wouldn't rent out their place to those kind of people. So um I mean, just somebody coming to the temple, having prasadam and going. Of course, everybody is welcome. Everybody is allowed to come and have prasadam and all. But it was just coming to my mind that how Goshan Prabhu was saying that, oh, you you
I was
you
living
just
in Otahu Gurdwara in
no
Otahu.
Gurudwara everywhere. I'm saying if it's a temple situation, you can help people and all. That is fine. But the thing is, if they want to come and live there, would you just allow them to do that? Isn't it?
Because in a
You can't
Gurdwara,
you can't take care of somebody who's mentally deranged, and then but you're saying you want to help everybody.
yeah.
So you'll help that person also. You'll let him stay in your house.
If he has got nowhere to stay, why not?
But he's mental.
It's okay, but like we should not be differentiated. Like it's a Krishna's creation anyway.
No, you
If
should. No, Gulshan, that's not Krishna consciousness. You have to have some
Prabhupada
discrimination.
himself said lazies and crazies.
Yeah, Prabhupada himself said ISKCON is not a place for lazies and crazies.
Okay.
That doesn't mean we don't love the lazies and crazies, but you can't help them if they're not prepared to follow your directions like that. So yeah, there has to be some discrimination. Otherwise, things are not going to work. It's going to be, our life is going to become very dysfunctional. And if you have hundreds and thousands of lazies and crazies lining up to your door because you put a big sign out there saying,
Everybody welcome.
everyone welcome, you don't have to do anything, everyone's welcome, and we'll feed you and give you everything, then it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Prabhupada was prepared to feed, anyone that wanted to come to the temple if they were prepared to do some service, but they would have to go out the whole day and, go and Harinam, distribute books or distribute prasadam, and they have to do something. You can't just come and eat and sleep and then do nothing. That's
all over the world, the Sikh temple, they unconditional. You do service or not service at all. You go every day, 365 days a year, and just you eat
But
there.
you don't live there.
But no, this is a different point. You're talking about just coming, eating, and then going. That's okay. And ISKCON, you can do that also. But if you want to live in the ashram, live in the temple, then you have to follow the rules. You have to follow the rules and like that. And that's understandable.
Yeah.
doesn't it?
Yes, of course. Yeah, ashram has got a rule.
Because everyone will take up an offer for a free lodging, and then you end up with all these freeloaders, and that's not going to be a good situation. And once again, they're taking from Krishna and not giving anything. But if they want to come and take prasadam, that's okay. But not in terms of they're living there. And what are you going to have all the drug addicts and that living with devotees that are getting up for Mangalarati and that's not going to work, isn't it?
True. Yeah, got the point.
So there has to be some discrimination. Okay, the next one, 248.
You gonna speak a Sanskrit one first?
No, not the Sanskrit, just English.
Just English? Okay.
Yeah.
The Pana Mishra took Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to his house and gave him lunch. Chandrasekhar invited Balabhadra Bhattacharya to take lunch at his home.
So this Balabhadra Bhattacharya, he had also come into Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's presence because when he had taken sannyas, the other devotees wanted to go with him. But he said, no, I'm not going to take any devotees with me, because if I take some devotees, the other devotees that don't get to go, they're going to feel, well, why they got to go, but I don't get to go. So there's some partiality there. So it would create some, disturbance that some devotees can go with the Lord and other devotees can't go. So he didn't want to take any devotees with him. But at the same time, going by himself wouldn't have been very good, because you need someone to collect alms, that means begging food, and then cooking the food, and to carry the water pot and a few basic, possessions that are required. So he needed some assistance. So one of his devotees, Swarup Damodara, personal assistant, he selected a Brahmana named this Balabhadra Bhattacharya, who was a young Brahmana, but he wasn't in a group of Lord Chaitanya's associates, so he was like an outsider. But he was a very gentle and a scholarly Brahmana, and also loved Lord Chaitanya a lot. But then if he took him, then the other devotees wouldn't be upset, that is he showing some favoritism or something like that. And also Lord Chaitanya would have his needs could be met like that. So this Ballabha Bhattacharya was like Lord Chaitanya's personal assistant while he was traveling around as a sannyasi. So very fortunate personalities. So Chandrasekhar is also invited not only Lord Chaitanya, but his servant can come also. The servant can come also. And if you just say, no, only Lord Chaitanya can come and have lunch, not his servant, then that's not going to be very nice. Obviously, if you want to please someone, you also need to please those people they love. Does that make sense?
Yeah, if you like Jayanti, you like Jayanti's sister, Jayanti's dad, Jayanti's mom. You can't say,
yeah, that's the point. Yeah.
No, love me, love my dog.
Yeah, and Johnny just said, love me, love my dog. So, if you respect the master, but you kick the dog in the face, it's not going to work. Or if you invite the husband to come, the wife should be able to come too. No, your wife's not allowed, then that wouldn't be very good, would it? You can come, but your kids can't come. So obviously like that. So he wants Lord Chaitanya to come, but the servant also should come, and then the Lord will be very happy like that. Okay, let's read another one.
After offering lunch to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Tapan Mishra begged a favor from the Lord and requested him to award him mercy.
So this, like I said, it's an opportunity when you have an advanced devotee come to you, an opportunity where you can get some blessing from them, some mercy. So we give prasadam. We can't, if we're not advanced in Krishna consciousness, we don't maybe have a lot of mercy as such to give. But we can give food. That's something not difficult, is it? We can give food. We might not be radiating bliss and ecstasy and mercy and everything, but we can give food, and then they can, give us some mercy. So he's requesting. And this is the thing with the word mercy, that you can't make mercy come. Otherwise, it's not mercy. Mercy means that it's up to that person whether they give or they don't give some blessings, some kindness like that. But there's no harm. There's no harm in asking. You might not get what you ask, but there's no harm in asking. And let's see what he has to ask. Okay, next one.
Tapan Mishra, as long as Lordship. Oh, sorry. You go ahead.
You go. It's okay. Doesn't
Okay,
matter.
okay.
And Tapana Mishra said, as long as your lordship stays in Varanasi, please do not accept an invitation from anyone but me. Human nature is greedy. He's greedy.
He's greedy for service.
Okay.
So this is the thing, if it would not be regarded as very good to ask a favor for one's own benefit. But what he's actually asking for is not something for himself, but asking for service. Means he's not wanting to take something from the Lord. Lord Chaitanya, can you give me this, give me that, give me a nice wife, give me more money in my bank account, give me a better health or whatever like that. So he's not asking anything for himself, but he's asking, please come here every day so that I can feed you, so I can serve you. And that's okay. You can do that. That's not wrong. That's good. You're asking for service. You're not asking to take something, but you're asking for giving something. Does that make sense? You don't want to say anything about that? It's pretty straightforward.
Unconditional.
Yeah. So you can ask the Lord for service, but it's not very good to be asking something for our own personal gratification. That we should just leave it up to Krishna. Whatever Krishna thinks we need or we deserve, he knows what we need, right? God's the father of all living entities. Just like the parents know what the little baby needs, the little kids need. Even actually, isn't it, when kids are very young, they can't even ask, right? Even before they can talk, right? So the parents just very alert. The parents very alert that, oh, my child's hungry, I have to feed them. My child needs to go to the toilet, I have to take it to the toilet, need to change his clothes or whatever like that. The child can't even ask. It's not even possible.
You can't ask, can I get $1 million? I want to build the Vishnu temple.
What's that?
Can you ask, can I get $1 million? I want to build the Vishnu temple.
You could ask for something like that. Yeah. But you better make sure you use it for the temple. And if he gives you $1 million, you don't go to the casino. Yeah. But as long as you.
But here, I mean, it's unconditional, or he's kind of he's still looking for something, but it's spiritual. It's not material. Still, he's looking, right? He wants his company. So it's not like he's totally unconditional, or he doesn't want.
No, yes. I mean, even if Lord Chaitanya says, sorry, mate, I can't come to your house every day. I mean, he's still going to love Lord Chaitanya. He's not going to say, oh, I hate you now because you haven't did what I asked for.
It's not material.
But this is what love is, right? If you love someone, you're attached to them and you want to be with them.
No
Is
condition.
it possible? Like
it can be seen as selfish in the sense that he doesn't want to share that service with anybody else. He's saying, oh, the Lord
But
But he's
sharing it, yeah.
requesting. He's not forcing him, of course.
You can't force.
Yeah.
But, and of course, he knows the Lord's completely free to do whatever he likes. He might say, no, mate, this is the only time I'm going to come to your place. I've got other places to go.
Yeah.
But there's no harm. He can ask. And then,
Okay, I'll take this phone call. It's come twice from my
sure.
family in India.
Yeah, go
Just
for it.
make
Our
sure
time's
that-
about up
okay.
anyway. So that's no problem. Nice to see you, Gulshan. But yeah, this is love. If you love, then you just want to be with the person. And that's natural. And you're not going to be thinking, oh, but if he's spending time with me, then he's not going to be able to spend time with the others. You know, so it's quite natural. It's quite natural. It's not bad to think like that. And the Lord will know what's the best thing to do, you know. But so he's going to work out from his side what's the right thing to do. But from our side, if you love the Lord, you just want to be with him. So that's nice. And the Lord will be pleased that you have that attachment for him. He'll be very pleased. You don't want to say to the Lord, oh, thanks for coming to my place. So you don't need to come anymore. I've seen you once. That's enough. That's not a good sign. That means there's not much love there, not much attachment. Oh, you've come once. Oh, yeah, maybe we'll see you next year. Like that. No, you just want to be with them all the time. Yeah, that's natural. I'm just thinking we've nearly finished this chapter and there's no more purports. Just want to read through the translations?
Yes, yeah. Next one is, it was known to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that he would remain there only for 5 or 7 days. He would not accept any invitation that involved Mayavadi sannyasis.
So that's the thing, you know, Varanasi is the place full of Mayavadis. Even to this day, there's so many Mayavadis there. And there's not many devotees in Varanasi, not many devotees at all. So Tapan Mishra knew that, well, he's not going to be able to eat from the Mayavadis' places because they are great offenders. They don't believe that God is a person. They just believe in the energy, the Brahman. So they're great offenders. So they know the Lord is not going to eat from the Mayavadis like that. So that, and so, you know, I'm a devotee, so he can come and eat at my house. So he's taking advantage of that, knowing that there's not many alternatives. Not many alternatives. So he's taking advantage of that. Okay, next.
With this understanding, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu agreed to accept lunch at the place of Tapan Mishra, and the Lord made his residence at the home of Chandrasekhar.
So that's nice, you know. So I'm saying he knows how, the Lord knows how to satisfy everyone. So he's staying with one devotee, but eating at the other devotee's house. Then both devotees feel happy. Because if he like just stayed with the same person that he was eating also, then the other person doesn't get any service. So he's giving everyone an opportunity to render some service. So that's perfect. Everyone gets something, some opportunity to give some service. Okay. Thanks.
Gulshan is calling and saying that when the class finished, return. He's messaging. We message him.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think I messaged him. I don't know whether he's gonna join it or not. Maybe he wants to cook food now. He must be hungry.
Yeah, we're getting hungry. Yeah.
Right. I think we are almost there to finish. The other thing I was looking at the previous verse was he would remain there only for 5 or 7 days. I think I remember this now, that because he's a sannyasi, he won't live there for more than 5 or 7 days. That's what you told me. I think I remember that.
Yeah, well,
Because otherwise they will be attached, if you they
yeah, they'll get attached. So that's one of the duties of a sannyasi.
Not more than 3 days. No?
Sometimes they say not more than 3 days in one place, but basic principle is just a short time. Don't stay. And also another important point, even if you're not a sannyasi, like a grihasta, you don't want to stay in another person's house for too long, because then it becomes inconvenient. Because then you're always tying up their time, their resources, and that's not seen as a very good thing. You can go to someone's house and eat, that's no problem, but it's staying in another person's house. Otherwise, after some time, it'll become a nuisance. If you're always taking up their house and their facility, their toilet, and taking your time and attention, everything. So you don't want to become like a problem to your friends, or whoever it is, devotees or whatever. So yeah, stay for a short time. It's sweet, and then you can go, and it's like it's leaving. You leave that person with it's been a very pleasant experience. You don't want it to become a painful experience, that you've been with them for 2 months and they're quite happy to get rid of you after 2 months. You don't want it to be a bad, impression in the mind. But it was very positive. You came for 3 days, you had a great time together, you caught up and everything, and then, see you later and like that.
Okay. 253. The Maharashtrian Brahman came, and the Lord came. Out of affection, the Lord bestowed his mercy upon him.
Yeah, so this is
Maharashtrian
yeah, so it must have been in a previous pastime. He's met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu before. So he's come again and met, and the Lord has given mercy. So like I said, if a more advanced personality gives mercy to the junior person. And this is the Lord himself. So of course he's the ultimate mercy giver. So this is how, people are progressing, that the Lord is traveling around giving his mercy. And the mercy comes in the form of inspiring them to chant the holy name of the Lord, to become Krishna conscious and to develop love of God. That's the ultimate mercy, is that they develop love for God. So anyone that met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, just by seeing him, their feelings of love for God would increase. Or hearing him, or hearing his chanting, or being touched. Sometimes the Lord might touch the person on the head, or embrace the person, give a garland that was on his neck, and the person would just become immediately transported into the highest feelings of love for God, for Krishna. And then they would go away, go, Hari, Hari, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. And they'd be so ecstatic, and they'd be crying and everything. And then they would go back to their home in this ecstatic condition, Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. And then all their family members and friends and neighbors would also get swept up. And that's the way the mercy just went everywhere. It's like waves of bliss, because Lord Chaitanya is the most beautiful person, strong and knowledgeable, and Bhagavan, right? So all opulences. So, and just a little bit of contact with Bhagavan, and you just become completely transformed on the spot, transformed. So lots of mercy, even from a few moments with Lord Chaitanya. Eh?
That's the quickest way, I think. I mean, his company probably. And I was just wondering, I didn't hear anything about Rup Goswami or Sanatan Goswami, where they first met them at, what was the scenario? I mean, do you remember anything about that first time meeting? I think they
Yeah,
met at
the first time meeting was where they were working for the Nawab Hussain Shah, which I was trying to remember the name of the place. It might come to me.
Ram Kelly or
Yeah,
something.
that's it. Ram Kelly. Perfect. Well done. So it was at Ram Kelly. So they were still working at that time. And just seeing Lord Chaitanya, immediately they became attracted. And then they gave up their jobs. They resigned and everything. And then they just wanted to be with Lord Chaitanya. So yeah, that was just they got the mercy just by seeing him, just radiating like the sun, so beautiful and everything like that. And of course, the special position, they are actually eternal associates of the Lord. So they already had a previous connection with Krishna from the spiritual world, but it just becomes just reawakened just like that. Just that meeting and that eternal connection just gets reawakened like that. And then Lord Chaitanya in due course gave them, changed their names to Rupa and Sanatan, because the Muslims, they had been given Muslim names,
Yeah.
Dabira Kasa and Sakara Malik. So Lord
Malik.
Chaitanya gave them the names Rupa and Sanatan, and then like that. But yeah, it just came from that, just seeing Lord Chaitanya and Ram Kelly when they were working for the Muslims. Mm. One was like the prime minister for the Muslim king, and the other was like the finance minister. So big positions, but they renounced that. That's the mercy. And that's also a sign of the mercy that you're able to detach from all your material entanglements. That's a definite evidence that you receive mercy. If you can cut off from all the material attachments, because that's not possible ordinarily, So the fact that they can just walk away, I mean, how would you walk away from being the prime minister? Like that, or a finance minister. I mean, yes, super well. I mean, Rupa Goswami had boatloads of gold,
Gold,
which
yeah.
he gave away. So I mean, he was just so rich, but he just walked away from all that. They were just walking around in copins, underwear, after they joined Lord Chaitanya. They had
Yeah.
nothing. So how could you do that? That's definitely mercy. Definitely mercy.
Yeah, I remember that you were saying that, I mean, I think we read it. They were just covering themselves with a doona or something. That's it. And eating dry roasted chickpeas or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, there to
Yeah.
there. It's yeah.
And the only way they can give up all that material enjoyment, they're getting a higher taste. They're experiencing inside themselves much, much more than all
Peace.
that position and money and power and everything. We think these things are the best things, but actually they're insignificant compared to the ecstasy of that loving relationship, like we read about Dasya Ras, Sakya Ras, Vatsalya Ras, Madhurya Ras. When you're tasting that, and Ras means taste. There's so much taste. That's what rasa means. They're tasting something much better than prime minister,
But that
treasurer,
means if
money.
somebody is not tasting that,
Hmm.
I mean, we are reading all this, and okay, I'm not tasting that. So obviously, that means my chanting is not good enough. That means something is lacking, which is what is making me not just give up everything and run off or something.
No, it's not about giving up and running off, but it's about we haven't got that full taste yet. But definitely some taste is there. Otherwise, why are we still doing it after so many years?
That's
I mean, why do we still chant? Why do we still, no one's forcing us to do these soul searching sessions or, Wednesday, Saturday, whatever. So, I mean, obviously there's something we're tasting. Otherwise, why would we do it?
yeah.
No one's paying us to do all this or whatever. You know, so definitely we're getting some taste, but not as much as what they were tasting.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
We are in
but it'll
Kali.
come. We have to be patient.
We are in Kali. So it's gonna take a
Yeah.
while.
Yeah.
yeah, it's like but progress is always there. It may not be visible. Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't see yourself changing, but if you ask someone else, they'll say, yeah,
Yeah.
things change. You were
Yeah.
different. It's like,
Yeah.
but it's not like that. You doing your
Yeah, I mean,
channel.
even like Gianty can't see it, but I mean, I can see like she had a very highly paid job in Wellington, and then I took her away and to Australia, and she was getting like hardly any money, you know, so she actually did detach a lot. What she earned in 1 hour before, she was getting in 1 week in Australia. So, I mean, she actually, you know, walked away from a lot. And she didn't have to do that, but she just, she did, you know, so to her credit, you know, but we might not see the progress we're making, but, you know, other devotee may see like that.
What do you think about, just as Mata is saying, maybe it's like Paramatma is in your heart. You directly question him, what can I do? How can I improve? Direct questioning, process is there. Process has been taken us to this point now. But what do you say about that? Paramatma is there. You directly talk to him, say, I want to be, progress in bhakti. I feel like I'm not progressing well, or something. So
Hmm.
please guide me or something. What do you think about that? Process, you're following everything. Prabhupada
Yeah,
said all the things, everything.
yeah,
What about direct communication to Paramatma, direct one to one? Because he's in there. He's a witness, as Bhagavad Gita says.
yep, yep, he's there. You can do that, but how are you going to perceive his answers?
No, he's going to manifest. That's what he does now. We don't
Yep,
understand. Things go around you,
yep,
things happening. But I think he understands our intention as well. If you are true from inside, I think
sure.
he creates scenarios around you.
Yeah,
Instrument. It's whether we perceive it now. And then that comes, I think, like, you don't resist things change happening around you. They may be
yeah,
for good. But as you said,
mm,
it's kind of, we may be using discrimination, that this is wrong, this is right.
mm,
But in his scenario, he might be doing something. So
mm,
trusting his plan over
mm.
ours. Yeah,
Because I mean, because I don't know what you're talking about. Would you say it's in the category of like prayer? Because that's one of the 9 processes of the bhakti is
yeah,
prayer,
probably you're right.
vandanam. So I mean that's important. We should all pray. You know, Krishna, please help
Yeah.
me to become a better devotee. Please help me, you know, engage in pure devotional service. Please help me to become more detached from my material desires and all these kind of things. But if you're talking about just in terms of just you know, we're talking with Krishna in our heart and then thinking he's going to talk back to us, but actually for him to talk back to us like I'm talking to you, you're talking to me, like we're doing now, for that to take place, actually that requires a higher level of
No, no, yeah.
bhakti.
I'm not talking about that. I'm
But
talking.
prayer can start from day one.
Yeah.
That you're the newest devotee on the planet, and you can pray. You know, Krishna, please save me from all my miseries or suffering or whatever, and you know, so that can start from day one. But in terms of, you know, I talk to Krishna in the heart and he talks back to me, that takes a higher level of Krishna consciousness.
I'm not talking. It's more like prayer. It's more like more like, prayer. You do it, but it's more like you're more focused. And then I'm talking to her. Prayer is like, it's kind of a generalized, do me that, do. It's what I'm talking about is just being personal. You just say what you feel. Guide me right. Yeah, it's similar to prayer, but it's more intimate in the sense that you more bring more love or more respect, and from that you are asking
Mm.
God,
Yeah, yeah.
do you think
Mm.
I'm doing right, or guide me please. I was thinking, yeah, process following is there, but you have to do. If you feel like, you want to do, you have questions and you're not getting answers, or you don't understand your psyche, how you're working, maybe you're doing something wrong. So he might come, to change something, because you're at heart, you are very truthful to yourself, and you want to do what Krishna has come written in Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam, whatever is written. We try to follow. It may have. I think it's more like prayer, as you said. It's part of the process.
Yeah. No, what you're saying is definitely very good, but whatever you're perceiving as Krishna's giving you some inner direction or inner guidance, it's always safer to just confirm that, check that by talking with other devotees and say that, I I feel that Krishna's wanting me to do blah blah blah, and then just check that with someone, or by reading the scripture and see if it matches up with the scripture. So we have 3 checks: Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. So, and if you have that, then it's more safer. Whereas you might think Krishna wants me to do this, but it's actually just your mind, our crazy mind, So we have to be careful with what we perceive as Krishna's telling me to do this, because it might just be my mind is telling me to do something. So until we become very advanced in Krishna consciousness, it's more likely we're listening to our mind rather than listening to Krishna.
Actually, this conversation reminds me of Gauri Das, right? And even Vamsi Das Babaji. Because they both had such personal relationships with their deities. And so that day I was talking to my parents about it, and I was telling them about Gaurida's pastime, and we were just discussing how we are not at that level at all, where we can't imitate that. I mean, that was like something which they are so exalted that they had that.
Caitanya is talking about some devotees that would personally talking with their deities. They're personally talking with the deities and treating.
And the deities are responding.
And the deities are responding to them. So yeah, that's that level where you have a very intimate personal relationship like that. And but yeah, we may not be on that level, obviously. Your picture's frozen.
Is it? Can you hear me now?
Yes, that's better. That's better.
Yeah. Maybe I need to change my Wi-Fi.
It's working now.
Yeah. So I was thinking that it's your conviction. If you think it's not going to happen, probably it's not. But if you have great conviction that God will help me.
Yeah.
I mean, He's going to arrange something around me. So that conviction is more important, because that's what you're saying. You're giving example of Gauridas. They had conviction. I mean, they must have done all the, more austerities and everything than us. But that conviction is the difference, I think. That's what I think.
No, conviction is one thing. Conviction is there.
Yeah, that's where, I mean, I think that's what should be there. And then you should be honest and everything. There shouldn't be any, as you said, anabhilashita shunyam. You have to deeply see why you really want that. It might be something realistic. So in that case, it won't help. So, but you have to be very, I think that's what I feel like, that I have to be.
No, I agree. I agree with what you're saying. I'm just saying, I'm balancing what you're saying with that we always have to be on guard. That we also have a crazy mind in the package. And the package is our crazy mind. So we have to have some security measures to protect that we're actually connecting with Krishna, not our crazy mind like that. So yeah, I agree with what you're saying, Jen, about the sincerity, the genuineness, being honest and all these things. But we also have to be on guard against our mind, because the mind might present itself as being our real well-wisher and everything like that. but in fact, it's taking us down the wrong path.
There's another,
like that African that was sitting in the tree thinking he's going to be like Haridas Thakur. He might have genuinely been thinking that that was the best thing to do. But the actual fact is, Prabhupada said that, it's not going to work, and it didn't work, so we just have to be careful.
No, you don't imitate. I mean, imitation is like, it's not imitation if you don't feel from inside or you're not honest. That's not. But if you're feeling and you're inspired by that, you're aspired by that, you're not copying it. You want to feel the same. You want to have that kind of, the bhakti the other person has. So if you're honest, I mean, if you're imitating, that means you don't have internally, but you're just superficially doing it. That's not going to work anyway. But the other thing I was saying is, you talked about mind. I mean, if your mind is not playing with you, if something is happening, you say Krishna is doing it, even actually your mind is cooking something and you have, hidden agenda under it and you are not aware of it. That's what can probably happen in mind. I think that's where I was thinking. I mean, I was listening to other guys. They say it is called drishta, or witness, being witness of mind, because it's a tool. It's not you, but you can confuse. Mind can make you confuse to assume that you are something. I am like this. My name is Narendra. I do this and that. I am bad. I'm good, or I'm at these kind of things we create, right? Labels and everything. So when you are away from your mind, you basically witness to your mind, then you are able to understand what mind is doing and what emotions are coming. I think that's what happens when you do Mahamantra. If you do meditation, you feel like you are aware. Sometimes you get angry, you are aware of that. Oh, I'm getting angry. I need to count it. So that kind of awareness or mindfulness probably is required to separate your mind from yourself. Anyway, I mean, that's my here and there.
No, it's interesting. It's good to see things from different perspectives. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so I was thinking, but anyway, we should complete this one. I think we are.
Yeah, we're nearly there.
Hearing, 253. Hearing Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had come, all the respectable members of Brahmana and Kshatriya communities came to see him. So that's straightforward.
Yeah.
Much mercy was thus bestowed upon Sri Rup Goswami, and I have briefly described all the topics.
Yeah.
That's, I think, whoever hears this narration with faith and love certainly develops love of God at the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So we have done that. We have to do it. Praying at lotus feet of Sri Rupa and Sri Raghunath, always desiring their mercy, I, Krishna Das, narrate Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, following in their footsteps. So, okay. So Krishna Das.
So this 256, this is very common, that at the end of a chapter, some blessing is given, Ashravadam. So this is the author is giving one blessing that whoever hears this narration with faith and love certainly develops love of God at the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So this is the blessing given by the author. Like, that's very wonderful. So just by hearing this with faith and love, we can be blessed with receiving love for God, which is the ultimate treasure, which is the perfection of life. So there's no better way for us to spend our Saturdays or our time, whenever it is, and just hearing these wonderful pastimes about the Lord, because it's going to help us so much advance in our Krishna consciousness towards love of God. So this is a very powerful way to develop love of God, just by hearing. And that's why 9 processes of bhakti, number 1 is Shravanam. Number 1 is Shravanam. Shravanam is so important. Principle of bhakti, how to progress our love, is through hearing. Hearing is so essential. Right at the beginning, and then right the way through. Never stop hearing. We should always be hearing the naam, the name, about the rupa, the form lila, guna, like that is going to help us to progress so much. And then the final one, the author. See, for the author to be, the author is an instrument to present these pastimes of Lord Chaitanya. So how he's becoming empowered to properly present this wonderful philosophy is that he's always praying at the feet of his superiors to please be merciful to him. Please be merciful to him. So these are two of his superiors he's mentioning, Sri Rupa, who we've just been hearing from. So we've been hearing about Lord Chaitanya talking to Rupa Goswami. So this Rupa Goswami is one of Krishnadas Kaviraja's gurus. And also another one is Raghunatha. So Raghunath Das Goswami, he's another one of the six Goswamis. So these two of these six Goswamis are superior authorities of this Krishnadas Kaviraj. So he's always praying for their mercy, very humbly, following in their footsteps. So this is the process of the parampara, disciplic succession. We always follow our previous teachers like that, and that's the way it works. You want to say anything about that?
Nice. Yeah, no, yeah, it's good. I mean, I think what I've learned from this chapter, I mean, it's big fun, but it's good. Yeah, we talked so much about other stuff as well around that, so it's quite eye opening. I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think last week I went through 141 to, there's in Veda base, if you go to the start of the chapter, you can actually have a translation one by one. So to basically to recap it, yeah, I went from, I think you pointed out 141 when he started talking to Rup Goswami.
Yes.
And then I went through it. I don't remember again. I had to do a few times. So what we have learned from this, it's good. Yeah.
It's such a huge amount of information in this one,
Yeah.
Yeah, very.
Yeah.
Good. Yes. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Without you being interested in it, we would never have been talking about it. So
yeah, I'm getting some little bit taste. Yeah. So it's good to talk to you. I mean, it's very good. Thank you. And
You're
I
welcome.
think too late. You need to rest now. I think.
All right. That's all right.
Thank you
Anyway,
very
it's
much.
nice to have Narendra with us some of the time as well. That's always good.
You mean Gulshan?
Oh, sorry, Gulshan. Gulshan, nice to have
Yeah.
Gulshan. I mean,
Yeah,
it's nice.
That's good. Yeah, it's good.